Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in this planet. I'm Roger Plevin. I'm a realtor in Palm Beach County with a company called Meisner Grand Realty. And today I am with Jason Eichmiller, who is the proprietor, owner, and all-around amazing guy when it comes to financing and getting money to purchase properties. Jason owns a company called Key Home Lending, and I'm going to turn it over to Jason because he's the guy.
I am the guy. Hey, thanks for having me, Raj. What do you think we should talk about? You want to talk about how much you got to put down on a house?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
How about folks that, they could buy a luxury home? And when I say luxury home, I mean a home with, let's say, $700,000 or up.
Looking to move into a little bit of luxury. You're not a first-time home buyer. Maybe you are a first-time home buyer, but you're looking for a pretty decently sized, decently luxurious house. Is that fair?
Comfortable.
Okay, cool.
Style of living you're accustomed to.
All right, so first thing we'll do is we'll talk about the different types of loans. One that everybody hears about is FHA. I'm kind of kicking that to the curb because they probably won't have an advantageous loan for you. They charge MIP, which is a mortgage insurance that goes to the FHA. It never goes, almost never goes away. It costs too much money. It's just silly. What we're thinking about in your case, probably, if I can read your mind, hold on, I'm taking off the shades. I'm reading your mind. Ooh, okay, I know what you want. So, we have something called conventional loans, which is Fannie, Freddie. You've probably heard about this. I'm being somewhat redundant. But with conventional loans, right here in Palm Beach County, they've increased the loan amount, the maximum conventional loan amount, all the way up to $726,200. And that's a pretty big jump from where it was last year. So with 726.2, and the reason why I'm even babbling on about this, like why? Who cares? What if we go to 727,000? Whatever, it's less money I have to put down. The problem with going over 726 is then you're crossing the gray line to the red line, and you're crossing into jumbo loan territory. Now there's some, and by the way, jumbo loans, they were good back when rates were in the 2s, jumbo loan rates were in the 3s, right? They were awesome. Now though, jumbo rates are, and this is as of February, jumbo rates are in the 7s and 8s, and sometimes they have you paying points. The market just doesn't like jumbos. So, when you're looking at if your question is how can I get the most affordable mortgage on a pretty decent sized house, well, then you're going to go conventional. You'll get financed for 726. Now, if you're putting in, let's say you've owned a house and you're moving to your next, hopefully your forever home, but a house that you really want to live in, a house that you really like, you can put down 5% on a $764,000 purchase. So buy it for $764, put 5% down, your loan size is going to be $726,000. Pretty cool. 36, 46, 56, you're putting $30-something thousand down on a pretty nice house. Now, what if they're buying $1 million house though? Right?
Okay.
Because we have those.
Yeah.
Raj, you sell quite a bit of them. I mean, in this community, Olympia, we've got 13 houses on the market. The lowest is $675. The highest is $1.9, right? If you're going into the $1 million range, then there's a couple things you can do. Number one, obvious, is you can put more money down. We'd max out your loan size to be 726, and you put a little bit more cash to bridge the gap. The second thing that you can do is if you want to put a little bit less down, you can get a second mortgage behind the first mortgage. Mm-hmm. Now, the second mortgage is going to ain't gonna be cheap in this market, but at least you can have the majority of your mortgage, say that's 726, that can be your cheap money. Then even if you go over, it's called a loan to value, even if you go over 80 loan to value with the second, let's say it's $1 million purchase. I hope this is making sense, by the way. Am I sort of making sense?
You always make sense.
Oh, well, that's a lie.
But you got to pay attention, folks, because everything he says has significant meaning.
Oh, very significant.
But again, you could always call him directly.
Yeah.
You'd like to have a one-on-one with you.
Yeah, my wife wouldn't tell tell you guys that everything I say is significant. So anyway, let's say you got $1 million house. So $1 million house, and you want to put down, say 150. So you're going to do an 85 LTV loan. So, and I'm doing this off the top of my head, and you never do math on live TV, but I'm going to try because we're recording this, but I'll screw it up somehow. So, $1 million house, you want to put down $150, $150,000. So you get the $726,000 first mortgage, right? That loan to value, if you can use the calculator in your heads, is 72.6, 72% of the value. Then to bridge the gap, make up the rest of it, you're going to put down you're going to get a second mortgage of $124,000. Why? Quick math, man, I did it. 726 plus 124, what does that equal?
900.
850.
850, sorry.
850.
Never do math on your head.
Yeah, it's the math in the live TV thing. So we got $850,000. Now, your total loan to value is 85%. But because you got that second mortgage, you don't have to pay mortgage insurance on it. So you save that money that just goes to the lender that you don't want to pay because it's for nothing. So that's a little strategy without going jumbo. And it always price things out also. This is what I say, like when we're looking at this, I price out everything for you because I'm smart, but I'm not smarter than what the computer says. So I want the numbers to tell me, I want the computer to tell me the smartest way to go as opposed to me guessing. But this is based on my experience in all these loans and all these purchases that I do. So your options, again, if you're buying $1 million home, is number one, max out your conventional loan to $726,200. Now you know you have the power. All right, you're maxing that out. Then you're either putting a little bit more money down, if that's comfortable for you. Everybody, what do they say? Different strokes for different folks, Raj. So you're either putting more money down, or you're going to get a second. And a lot of these lenders, I work with lots of lenders that do it in kind of as a seamless process. So they do the first and second together. That way you don't need an approval here and an approval there and credit being run and all these underwriting steps in this way and that way, and you want to shoot yourself in the head. So I don't like that sort of stress, so we just do it in one fell swoop, and it's nice and easy for you. I think that's all I got. I mean, I don't want to overwhelm you with too much stuff.
Too much TMI, too much information will
Yeah.
confuse anybody. So let's do this. Best thing you could do. Jason's very happy to talk to you. You can Zoom meeting directly, face to face if you're here, telephone conversation. He'll go over your particulars and he'll give you the best strategy based upon his own calculation and the calculations.
The computer tells us what to
And
do.
once Jason gets that narrowed down, and we know where you want to be as far as your financial obligation, then I come into the picture because now we know what budget we're going to work with, and I'll get you the proper solution to meet the budget. And that's what we'll do together, to find that home that works for you financially in an area and location that you like. And I would welcome that opportunity to meet with you and discuss that personally as well. That said, you can always reach me directly at 561 area 707-7960. You can text or email me at that number, or email me, at palmbeachagent@gmail.com, or go to my website. You can contact me that way. Simply, it's my name, Roger Plevin, RogerPlevin.com. People know me colloquially as Double O Plevin, your not so secret agent, and I'm here to help you. So call me Double O for short, now we're friends. Anyway, look forward to hearing from you. Jason, how can they find you?
How can you find me? Well, you can find me sitting at this table right now at the Olympia pool, but since you probably can't do that because you're watching this sometime in the future, you can reach me at 888-309-9705. Again, 888-309-9705. And you can actually text that number too, call, text, whatever. If you want to visit the website, it's just www.keyhome.life. Put your info in and pick a time to chat, and then we'll talk about it. And whether it's money, whether it's hooking you up with Raj, or whether it's if you're moving from out of town and you just want to talk over kind of what you're going through, what questions you have, what fears you had. I mean, the money part's the easiest part for me. The fun stuff is taking somebody who really wants to move but has so much trepidation and so many worries, and we can kind of brush them aside and say, hey, that's not real. Fear means face everything and rise. That's all I got. Reach out to Raj, reach out to me, and Raj.
If that's all he's got, then that's all I got too. Thank you for giving us your time and your attention. Jason and I do have some other videos about different topics. Feel free to search for us. Leave your comments below if you'd like. And we look forward to hearing from you and helping you. Thanks again.
Yep. Take care.